Hey guys, Itzshaggy YouTube here. And recently, a good friend of mine just started playing this game. And, you do not understand armor angling when you just start playing the game. So, let's talk about it a little bit. Okay, first of all, bad angle. Bad angle. Good angle. About the limit of a really good angle. Pretty bad angle. So the point of this isn't being angled. This isn't being angled. You're stably angled, yes. But that's what I would call bow hanging. Okay? Nothing can go through a Massachusetts bow. I get that. But, well, except for a Yamato. But, everything could go through this bow. There's a significant difference in different bows of the game. Okay? That anything with 102 millimeters and above AP shells can go right through your bow. Right through them. So, that's what I'm saying. The difference on that in Massachusetts, this is a 32 millimeter bow. Nothing except a Yamato can go through that. But, however, that does get punched with anything over 203 millimeters of HE. So sometimes shooting HE at a bow tanking battleship, if the superstructure is saturated, it's the way to go. People don't talk about that often. And also look at the back of the ship. Okay, the back of the ship is a lot more flat than the front of the ship, but it's really rounded. So, at a better angle, you got better firing angles, but about right here, maybe a little bit steeper. We're not in a game. I'll show you guys some gameplay in a minute of proper angling, stuff like that. It's one of the things, like angling your ship is how you survive in this game, like a lot. And this game is about, getting off as much damage as you can, but taking minimal in return. That's what this game is all about. So if you know what you're doing when it comes to that, it's going to help you in this game in understanding the overmatch mechanic. Okay, this can get punched by a Yamato or a Musashi or something like that. Well, those are the only two ships that can punch this. So, let's look at the Sudo. You got a long area to go through on the front, but it's possible. Okay, you got a pretty short area in the back, plus it's pretty flat back there. But using proper angling, that can come into handy. The citadel is where you do not want to be hit. Okay? In any ship, let alone American battleship, everybody knows. They like to go pop. Okay, so angle your armor. And I'm gonna teach you guys how to do that today. So, let's get into it. Alright, so we're going to be playing Domination or Trident. And we're going to show you guys how to deal severe punishment to the team, being the center of attention, but not taking devastating hits. Okay, I spawned on an A, but I go to B. You will see why in a minute. But a battleship in the middle of the map shouldn't survive long, right? Wrong. Unless you're certain people on YouTube that want to tell you, stay away from B if you're in a battleship. No, B is the most important objective on every map and any ship. So hold that shit as long as you possibly can. Okay, so you see my compass. The battle on every single game goes on in a north, east, south, north, west, east, and south direction. Okay? You see how I'm shooting a little bit broadside, but not quite. Why is that? To bait people to shoot at my side. Right now I'm severely steeply angled because I don't know what's on my right. Right now Turpin's flat broadside. He's a perfect target for me. So I'm not looking in front of me at the bow tanking ships that are ahead of me. It's pointless. B's being captured. But look at my team. They're going from B to A. So my objective now is to put my ship as closely to B as I possibly can without giving myself up to be killed in about 2 seconds. Okay, so you see how I'm pretty angled towards all them ships? Okay, you want to keep your ship at minimum always at a 45-degree angle, facing towards whatever ship you are shooting at. That is the best for either shattering their shells or ricocheting their shells. That is where you want to go. Now, if this Tirpitz was a Eisenhower and he was hitting my bow, the front of my ship, it wouldn't matter. Okay? He would go straight through it. It wouldn't matter how angled I am, whatever. If he hits the bow of my ship, he overmatches that. Which means there's nothing I can do to angle my ship. See that? They shot at me. Didn't really get anything out of it. But that Flanders, I believe that's who shot at me. He got one hit through my deck. Okay, going through somebody's deck at long range. Okay, so you see how the top of my ship is flat and the bottom of my ship is at an angle. At long range, it's a good idea to try to get what's called plunging fire, which means people can shoot at you and go through your flat deck but not the sides of your ship as easy because they're not because the sides of your ship at long range are very angled. So it means they're most likely going to get a penetration if they go through a flat part of your ship, and they're most likely going to get a ricochet if they go through the angled part of your ship. So that's something to keep in mind when you think about angling, is think about where you're going to take the hit. Okay, American ships, they've got a pretty upward trajectory, I guess you could say. So it's easier to get deck penetrations with them because they always come in a downward angle. Now, when you're talking about like a French ship, so to speak, they always come in at a flat angle. So you gotta keep that in mind. Okay, angling your armor can be really tough, and it can be really easy if you know what you are doing. Okay, you see how I'm sitting in the middle of the map. I am being shot at, not by many people, but I've got everybody broadside. Okay? It's one of the things you got to think about is like my position versus their position and who are they fighting. Okay? You've got to think about that when you're trying to angle your ship. If they're fighting somebody to the left and they're paying attention, and you give them flat broadside, they're going to go at you. Okay, this Orkin is a destroyer. He should have been being shot 20 minutes ago. But he's back, he's launching torpedoes at me. Still nobody shooting at him. So sometimes you gotta think, like, okay, if the teams over there are occupied, and everybody else is occupied, what is the best idea to go with? Is it going to be should I angle toward the bulk of their fleet, or should I angle toward these people? So I try to stay angled because that Orkin just fired. So I'm trying to stay angled, but now they're starting to notice me. But there wasn't nothing I could do. Okay, I had to turn in, I had to move forward and get that ship out. Okay, so right now you see me pretty much bow tanking this Flanders. Okay, I didn't really anticipate them torpedoes, which gets me killed. But this is the thing, flat broadside to a Flanders, and I'm flat broadside to the rest of the team. This is a very, very bad place to be in any ship, let alone a battleship. Okay, so sometimes you just gotta do with the game what you have to. Okay, sometimes angling towards everyone is impossible. Sometimes you gotta make plays that, I guess you could say, sacrifice your ship and get you killed. Okay? You never want that to happen. But trading a destroyer and a battleship for a battleship and taking most health off of another battleship, I think that was a good trade, in my opinion. The point is always angle your armor to where you are going to take the minimum amount of damage. I hope this helped, and I hope you enjoyed. If you did, give it a big thumbs up.